When most people learn technical analysis, they begin with indicators. I know that I was there myself, and honestly, that is the wrong place to begin. It will lead you down the wrong path at the beginning. There are much more important things to focus on at the start that will massively pay off with humongous dividends later on down the road. Here's the thing though, technical analysis is not about predicting price. I know that this is mind blowing to many people out there, but literally you cannot predict price. And I'm speaking as an evil market maker, at least a former evil market maker. Authorized trader was my official position as I traded on the floor of New York Stock Exchange ARCA in equity options. And I can assure you, even with all of our amazing models and everything, we could not actually predict price with 100% certainty. Now, we could come up with probabilistic areas for price. That could certainly be done, which we'll actually go over in a different playlist for the options. However, what technical analysis really is about understanding behavior and then how to apply that into a workable and repeatable strategy system that is essentially going to facilitate generating consistent income. That is the idea here. That does not mean we're going to win every trade. It doesn't mean we're going to lose every trade, or at least if we are, we've done something significantly wrong. However, we want to come out on top over time with a net gain to our account's equity. That is the purpose of this whole playlist here. And I should mention that this whole playlist is massive in that I really wanted to focus on something that I don't see other TA 101 playlists focus on, which is system creation and execution. So we'll go through the fundamentals of technical analysis and how to interpret things, and then we'll go over how to actually set it up into a workable and repeatable program. This is where, like I said, I want to really differentiate this content versus other content that you may have seen, because I've been studying a lot of other TA 101 playlists on YouTube, because I honestly, in the most egoic way possible, I want this one to be the best one that you've ever seen, and I want to actually make an impact, like a real change. So what you're going to learn in this series is, first and most importantly, trend identification. Then we're going to go into supported resistance, which is, kind of goes hand in hand with trend. Then we're going to go into indicators and confluence. And then, of course, building a strategy, and even much more on top of that as well. But before we go on, I really want to let you know that you can actually get the full TA 101 playlist for free. And all of this, by the way, is free. And there are going to be much more videos coming out after this. So if you are interested in this content, consider subscribing. But if you want the full TA 101 playlist right now, you can actually get that by going into the description of this video below and finding this link right here for Teachable. And that will bring you to this page in which you can enroll for free, and you will get access to all this content. Content actually will not be uploaded on YouTube as well. In fact, there's almost about double the content on Teachable. And on top of that, it's going to come alongside quizzes as well. So you can actually test yourself to figure out, oh, did I actually learn this or not? Do I actually understand this? And it's going to enforce an order of the content. Plus, you must pass every quiz with 80% or better in order to continue on. And yes, if you do pass everything, especially with flying colors, you'll actually get a certificate of completion amongst a few other things as well. But I'll leave those as a surprise for the people who actually do get there. And again, I really want the people who are actually putting effort into this to get a lot out of it from a free playlist, because, I understand not everyone has the money for, the Crown Trading Bible or other paid content wherever you may be going. So I want this to be good enough to get people to that level. And then if you want to go much deeper, then consider the Crown Trading Bible or something of that nature. And then also I want to give a major shout out to our sponsor for this whole playlist, which is Bluffin. They are the best crypto native exchange that is no KYC, that you can trade crypto on, and even commodities, and I think even some of the indices as well, most likely at this point. And they will give you, specifically with the link in the description below, which is right here on the Bluffin link, a 15% cash back for every trade that you make, which is effectively a 15% fee discount, which is incredibly massive, because I don't know of any other exchanges offering this as of right now. So again, if you want to support this content, if you want more content like this, the best way to do that is to, of course, get on with our sponsor, and they will let me know. And again, not only will they give you 15% cash back, but they're also going to give you a bunch of bonuses as well, like deposit bonuses, I think up to $3,000, stuff like this, which is incredibly valuable. And even if you don't intend to use the account, it's probably good to just snatch it up right now, because then you can lock in all of those perks for the future if you do find that you actually need it. And again, it is no KYC. That's pretty, rare in today's world, and can be very valuable, of course, for people who are in jurisdictions that, maybe are not so permissive. But hey, That's up to you. And like I said, all of that's in the links in the description below. All right, cool. And it's also all free to you too. Anyways, let's go over what is technical analysis. What really is it? So basically it is this. It is studying price behavior. That's really all that it is in essence. We're becoming price historians in a way. It is based off of supply and demand, and it reflects human psychology. Why? Because it's all humans trading these things. And then if you're thinking to yourself, but Crown, what about AI and algorithms and bots and all these sort of things? Sure, they're absolutely part of the game, but they're programmed by humans. At the end of the day, there's really no getting around it. Technical analysis is simply the study of price behavior. In other words, price is the final output of millions of decisions. Fear, greed, uncertainty, conviction, all of these things go into a bar. When I look at price over here on this is an 8-day time frame, just randomly here, you're on each and every bar, you're looking at hundreds of thousands, probably even millions of trades. And this is showing you what happened during that period and what people were actually doing, like actually taking actions on, not just their thoughts or opinions, not like, the spin of a news media story, but what people actually did, where people actually put their money, their hard-earned money, that is represented in and only in the price. Everything else outside of that is a derivative, and at best slightly related, and at worst completely just a loss of time. Now, as we get through this, I want to explain as well, TA doesn't tell you why something moves. It can't, because we can't know. And this is where news, I think, gets it so fucking wrong. We cannot know why something moved. We can't know why these millions of people did what they did. We're not going to go ahead and interview all of them. And even then, if we did interview all of them, they don't even fucking know, because they are emotionally driven. I'm not saying like they're emotionally different, stupid people. Like we all are. Like I am as well. You are too. Unless you're like some monk living in, I don't know, where do monks live? Let me know in the comment section. But we're all driven by emotions. So it's basically telling you how people are reacting. And that is actually incredibly valuable in and of itself anyways. Okay, back into our slideshow here. Let's go over why price matters most. Price shows real supply and demand. It shows what people are actually willing to pay or sell an asset for. That is so important because, like I said, unless if you're an insider, in which case it's illegal, but to do at least in equities, in crypto, maybe less so. I don't know the rules there. But if you're an insider, okay, you got a different edge there. That's fine. You're probably not watching videos like this. And also, I don't know, share the information maybe. But assuming you're not, which I'm not as well, then the best way, the closest way that will ever be to price action is by looking at literal price. If we're watching the news, if we're listening to, media stories and Twitter and social media like this, we will always be, one, the last person to know, because all of that information got filtered through who knows how many people first, over how many days before it was even released. And then two, it is naturally subjective. Two people can experience the exact same event and have wildly different conclusions based upon their frame of reference. This is why actually witness testimony in court cases is very much like not valuable. In fact, we just don't even trust it. Anyways, we want to ignore the noise and think objectively. And the best way to do that is to focus on the price. Like I said, this is what people are actually willing to do as of right now when they put their money on the line. Everything else is subjective. It's subjective interpretation at best, with evil spin on it at worst, which is what most of these media places are. It's just a spin. It's spin central for more or less entertainment is what it is. I mean, that's really what a lot of news is. Entertainment. Is it actually really pertaining to your life? Usually not. Anyway, let's go over the main components of TA. This is effectively what we're going to be documenting and studying throughout the majority of this presentation. We're going to go over first, and certainly most important, that is trend. Then we'll go into support and resistance. That is also important and kind of goes hand in hand with trend, actually. But we do separate them out here. Then we're going to go into volatility. That is absolutely the third most important thing. Then we'll go into momentum. That is a distant fourth, and then indicators to support all of these effectively confirm or invalidate these statements. Everything you see on a chart falls into one of these categories. And we'll cover each one of these in detail as well throughout this whole playlist. So again, if you're interested in this content, consider liking and subscribing. It's the best way to get more of this content to you. And I'll actually be even releasing more content on options. I'm actually already in the midst of making a full-on options one-on-one playlist, which will be released a little bit later. Let's say maybe like a month from this date, perhaps sooner than that as well. So anyways, there is an order to how these should be used. And that's where most beginners go wrong. They put so much importance on momentum, but not so much on trend. And without the context of trend, momentum is fucking meaningless. It can have you be doing the very wrong things, in fact. So let's go into a naked chart right here. Nice little naked chart. And what do indicators actually, before indicators, you should always be able to answer two questions. Is the market trending or ranging? And where has price reacted before? If you can answer these two questions, you're already in a pretty good state. Now, it's very easy to do in hindsight here. It's like, oh, what's this? Whole area right here. That's an uptrend. Duh. Why? Because it's going generally up through that whole period of time. Okay, fair enough. That is actually valid and certainly valuable. And then, of course, where has price reacted before? Well, you can, if you pull back over here, we see this area. Okay, boom, boom. It also becomes this area over here, this area right here, boom, boom. This one right here, boom and boom. This one right here, boom, 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 boom. All of these things certainly do matter, but we need to put them into context. And of course, why is this an uptrend? Higher highs and higher lows. More on that in the next video. If we're going to go to a downtrend, well, be this right here, lower lows and lower highs, of course. And then, of course, we have our obvious consolidation zones as well, where price is effectively ranging sideways between two major highs and two major lows, like you see exactly right here, this was a pretty nasty one for, 6-7 months. Anyways, if you can't answer these questions without indicators, indicators will only confuse you. And that is why I really want to go deep into fundamentally understanding trend and structure, and then how to get that without indicators first. Then we're going to apply indicators to get these as well. But without understanding how to do this, it's kind of like the same as like being given a calculator, but you don't know how to do simple addition. It's like, yeah, you can just do it on the calculator, but when push comes to shove and maybe, you do something wrong, you're not gonna be able to figure it out as well as you would have if you actually understood, the fundamentals of it. Anyways, let's go into the indicators, the truth, not the hype here. So what do indicators actually do? They're measuring price in a mathematical formula. They react, they do not predict. Yes, that's right. They are lagging, which, as I'd argue, is incredibly valuable. And they add context, not certainty. We cannot have certainty. Anytime you hear someone talk about certainty when it comes to trading or investing, run the other way, because I can assure you, after doing this for more than 15 years, at least I haven't found a way to know certainty. So the only thing I'm certain about is fucking taxes. That's very certain, in fact. Anyways, indicators don't move markets. They don't do anything like that. They just measure what price has already done, and they can validate one of those factors of price that we went over earlier for you in a mathematical formula, so that you have an output that effectively equates to a 1 or a 0. Is it a yes or it is a no? If it's a 1, we do this. If it's a 0, we do that. Maybe we do nothing at all. That is very important to understand. Anyways, as we move through this, I want to go through the right mental model and how to read chart from a beginner framework, which honestly, the beginner framework is something that you will take with you the whole way through. Being a professional trader, being a very advanced trader is honestly just doing the fundamentals really fucking well. And people hate that because they think at like a high level, you're doing something different. You're not. I mean, you could employ different, instruments like options and stuff like this. Like I said, that's for another playlist, another big playlist, let's say. But we don't really need to go super exotic on this. In fact, the more that I see people go exotic, and when I've tried to go more and more exotic on coming up with strategies and different ways of implementing indicators and whatnot, it's just led me to more confusion and generally not better results, actually. So, whoops, getting ahead of myself there. So let's go over the order of importance here. And this is also effectively the next few videos. 1, we're going to identify trend or range. 2, we're going to mark key levels. That's your structure. 3, we're going to check momentum and volatility. And 4, we're going to use indicators for confirmation of these. Then we're going to package that up into a testable format, effectively recreating the scientific method as pertaining to trading. Then we're going to test that. Then we're going to document the results, figure out if it's applicable to us or not, and then either reiterate on the process or put it into motion. And this simple order will save you years of confusion. Most traders reverse it, or they just, discombobulate it completely. And that's why trading feels random to them. And, they have some successes over here, some losses over there. And it just gets confusing. You have some successes, so you think you're doing something right. But at the end of the day, you don't have consistent successes. You don't see your equity curve consistently going up and to the right, which is exactly what we want. All right. So what are we going to do next? We are going to go over trend in market structure. Very, 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 very important. Like I said, though, if you want to jump ahead, if you're more, self-learning, check out the content on Teachable. Yes, the order is enforced, but you can get access to all of the content immediately by going through it one by one, of course, and the full content as well, because we will not be uploading the full content here on YouTube, just because I think the back half of this content is where things get a little bit more mundane and boring, but it's also the most important stuff. So I figure only the most, seriously engaged people will go there. And these are the people that I really want to help the most because, I feel like I've been there myself as well. And for those people, just go straight to this. But for the people on YouTube, look, like if you want to diddle-daddly around, that's all good. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Most people don't need to go fucking, balls deep in all of this content to learn what they need to learn. They just need to learn what we're going to show on YouTube, which is the main stuff with trend, market structure, volatility, momentum, and then putting that into a package. Anyways, we'll leave it right there. I'll be uploading the next video next week. Again, if you want it right now, check out the links in the description below for Blofin and for the TI 101 playlist. And I'll leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.